How do you want to make it? Do you want to like have it like just grassy, no roads?
Oh, you want to add a
And
road?
you just ask them
Okay.
what they're building. So
No,
they're
we
building
can make
a forest.
the terrain.
You guys, so yeah, they're just building a forest. It's gonna be pretty cliffy, and
And then
yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna make some
pretty general.
unique trees for this. I'll show you guys later. There's gonna be a method that you can use in Blender to make trees super easy. So right now we're starting with just like a little block out, basically using only parts, uh, no material on it or anything yet. We'll decide the color a little later, um, and then material. Usually slate. That's what we use.
You guys want to kind of give your thought process. So trying to make a cliffy area. How do you decide where to put the cliffs?
Just basically off of how like the view that you're looking at it from, basically when you're coming in to the valley and you're entering, you kind of want to decide, okay, a cliff here would look good, you know, overhanging here, blocking my view here, having like angles here that curve this way, so it's like curving more in around you and circling where you're looking at. Hold on one second. One thing that you want to keep in mind with your indents is if they're like, example, if you have like an indent that's like this big, you have it like this. Most games movement can't go over things this high. So if you have like variation in your grounds level, keep it at a point where it's low enough to where most games movement can easily like get over it. Because if it's a too big of an indent, then movement won't be able to get over it. If it's small enough, then usually it'll be fine.
Yeah, and if you're also working for a game, make sure your flat terrain is actually like fightable. If it's like really cliffy, players are gonna have a hard time fighting on it. So you always want to make sure that, like, okay, imagine your Roblox character inside the studio. Would you be able to fight on it? And it's obviously dependable on which type of game or RPG you're making, but just always have it in mind.
Yeah, and a lot of games, what we like to do for games is we like to keep like our more varied areas off to the side, and then kind of have an area in the center that is all flat, and then you keep off to the side your more varied areas. So you have that one flat area that's like in the center, and then you know it's the pathway around it surrounding is all your rocky area. If that makes sense.
Yeah. So just like
Yeah.
have a variety.
Yo,
Hello.
I so came up here cause I'm trying to learn, like those, I don't know what they're called. I think they're called high poly, something like that.
Yeah.
Um
Most poly assets.
like Anime Squadron, Anime Warriors 3, like their type of maps.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with it, but we're
They
Texas.
they like use like what I noticed is that like they all use like the same assets, or like the people recreate them. Is that like they have the same asset pack, or they just recreate them because they have like the same trees, they have like so much similar stuff.
Are you talking about the games have similar assets, or like all the maps inside an
The,
individual game has
the
similar
maps.
assets?
Because
Repeat
look,
that.
I'm
Sorry, you cut out.
the maps. Because look, I'm a screen share. I'm like working on a game right now. Like
Yo,
I
wait,
don't.
how did you screen share at the same time?
Yeah,
You gotta like
screen
it
share.
only allows you to screen share Roblox, not your full screen.
Yeah, that's
But
what I was doing.
you see this,
Yeah,
like
I see it.
basically I like, this is my game idea, and
I
I'm
like
not
it.
really a scripter. I'm not a scripter, so I used AI obviously to help me. You could tell by the UI, but I'm trying to like make it look good. Like right there, I just
Yeah.
upgraded. I don't know. Like I feel like if I had like the high poly asset packs and stuff like that, I would be able to do this. So what do you think I need to learn? Like how to model and
So,
stuff?
so yeah, you need to first. I would recommend learning Blender. That's probably the first thing you want to do, and then after you would want to learn how to use Substance Painter. Um, So Substance Painter is a part of Adobe. There's also, I think, there's other texturing softwares, but Substance Painter is usually the most professional that most games use, like even outside of Roblox. So I'd recommend using that one.
Uh,
Is there any questions about that?
like Professor Painter? What was it?
So it's called Adobe Substance Painter.
Adobe Substance Paint. Is that how this guy made look in general? Is that how he made that like that type of floor?
So he might have hand painted it inside a Blender, but if I were you, I would recommend making it in Substance Painter since it's just a lot more procedural, meaning that you can copy and paste it and like kind of make it more malleable, easier.
Okay, and let me just show you like what I mean. For example, hold on.
A lot of the work in that build is just mostly texturing.
And like if you look up, I'm pretty sure it has like that whirlpool thing. How does like everyone have that?
Oh, that looks like a VFX. I don't know how everybody has that. I mean, it's just a VFX you get. Maybe it's open source somewhere. So yeah, we also have Blender and Substance Painter lessons, but this lesson specifically is going to be mostly it's going to be some Blender, mostly Roblox Studio.
Okay, you see now look at the first photo and then look at the second one and then look at the first, like look at all three. See how they all have like the same assets basically?
Yeah, I
How
think
is
that's
that?
actually that's a I know asset pack that is. I think that's a Dalus asset pack.
Because I'm confused. Because like I'm looking at all these builds and I'm like, whoa, what's the method? What are they gatekeeping? Why does everyone have like the same builds basically?
Well, they're just paying for the same assets.
Yeah, I don't know what those assets are. I'm trying to
It's
like.
called Dalus. It's DELUS. If you want those specific assets. So if you're making an open world map, try to stay low on the meshes because parts had this thing called batching where basically they take the draw calls of all the parts and they kind of batch them. They kind of group them together, making it more optimized. If you guys want me to explain what a draw call is, also do that. What you say?
I got one more question.
What's up?
For this game specifically, I feel like I did the lighting pretty good. Like you see the weather and stuff and like the blur. But I'm trying to figure out like how should I go with these types of maps? Like it evolves. So like you're in a tiny road and it evolves the more you like battle and play, you know?
Okay, so what type of build you should make? That's what you were asking?
Yeah, because I want to make them like I want the players to actually want to grind to mutate or like evolve their world because of how good it looks, you know?
So so when you want to think of your map, you also want to think of your target audience of your game. The target audience for this game is younger players. So I would recommend making something more bright and kind of just more vibrant, honestly. Something that like how like VFX in younger games are like kind of like more like vibrant and like explosive.
I
Just
think I know what you
something
mean.
similar to that.
So you know like still brain rot, right?
What'd you say?
You know still brain rot, right?
Yes.
Do you think I could try and get like a pixelated kind of build like that, like the Girl Garden?
No. Yeah, that also works as long as you just have like those values of bright colors, something easy to understand and to process because kids are a little bit less intelligent than adults.
I also want to make this like I want like not just children to play it. So can I make it like the VFX like look really good and you think people are like
Yeah.
praise?
Yeah, everybody appreciates quality. If you have quality work, people will appreciate it. So if you want older people to join, you just have to put more work into your VFX.
Do you know
Or
who
map.
Yo, Vortex, are we not gonna do the grass shit no more? Just like sand, like Like
Nah,
a,
nah, we're doing grass. We're doing grass. Somewhere.
uh,
Somewhere. Sometime.
All right, I'm gonna kick you off the stage now. All right. Thanks
All right.
for the questions. All right. I'm not new or anything, but I want to go more in depth with Substance and Blender. Um, so I think basically what you're asking is how to kind of get into that realm of programs. I think first, it's mostly common that people go to Blender then Substance. Blender is pretty, it's pretty, I wouldn't say it's easy to learn, but it's mostly just learning about what everything does. It's all pretty explainable. You just use the tool and you see what it does. And then when you make a reference, you kind of just want to see, okay, this does that. I need this. I need these tools to make this. So that's kind of how I would go about Blender. And then Substance
Um,
Painter is like its whole other thing.
To interrupt you, I'll do some Blender thing right now. So if you want to learn how to make trees quick in Blender, look at my screen.
Yo, is part building really placing shit down and not overthinking? I mean, at the noob level, I mean everything is just placing shit down. Really, there's something called composition. It's like basically where you place it, like what looks good. Like this placement looks better than that placement, and it's kind of hard to explain. It's mostly intuition, and it comes as you build, really, and as you get better. And you could kind of tell by if you give like a new builder a lot of good assets and a bad builder um a lot of bad assets, then it would be you would see the difference in composition. If you're really into this like building shit and you know you want to get into it, I'd recommend Blender and Substance Painter at the start. Honestly, it's really hard to get into, and I don't blame you if you don't want to do it, but if you really want the fastest skill boost, that's the way to go. I mentioned this in creations earlier, or questions. Zenith was also talking about it. Zenith is really good at stylized building, so
For learning Blender, I'd say just learn the keybinds, and over time, when you do things, you look up videos about things, you'll start to see, okay, this I'm learning, this same keybind does the same thing, or what does this new modifier do that I never knew existed, and you'll start to see how Blender works through that. Learn the basic keybinds and then move on from there. Just continue working on what you know. But also look at videos, and we'll teach you new things that you never knew before.
hey, Vortex, did you make you made a tutorial on how to make trees, right?
Yeah.
Somebody asked you you should make what do you say, do a short Blender tutorial on making trees and upload this. So in that lesson did you use Blender?
Not for the trees, no.
Okay. What tutorials do you recommend for Blender, please? I actually don't like, I've never watched the donut one. Have any of you guys
Yeah.
watched the donut one?
The donut one, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I honestly, like, what about the one by Row Builder? I mean, he's also a Roblox builder, so I think that one's a pretty good one. Because like a lot of Blender tutorials will kind of lead you the unoptimized path, and you kind of don't want to go down that path because Roblox's platform cannot handle other things that other Blender people make. So let me just get the Row Builder Blender tutorial, and then I'll put in
Hey,
I'll
I
put it
also have literally a Blender tutorial, not for creating trees, but in that tutorial, in the description, there's literally all the basic keybinds. To use those basic keybinds, and then that's how you learn Blender, is you learn the keybinds.
actually,
and then
yeah,
start
I'm
making
gonna
trees.
link yours instead.
It's Blender for Studio Basics. I didn't just use Blender for a specific thing. I literally just went over basically all the basics of Blender for Roblox Studio. That other tutorials, I had to pick up, little by little on other tutorials.
Terrain composition, lighting, foliage density, terrain composition. So it's basically like I said, composition is just the placement of what looks good, the rotation, position, scale of what looks good. If we're applying it to terrain, it's the individual parts of the terrain and how it looks good, uh, based on how you rotate it, scale it, and move it. That's what terrain composition is. Yeah, Rix, how do I place a part? So it's going to be in the middle. It's kind of like nearing towards the right in the tab. And you kind of just click it and it places a part down like 5 studs away from you. Y'all making this look easy? No, it is easy once you know how to do it. You got this, bro. And like, like it'll be easier if you buy the Patreon.
Because I know I'm kind of speeding over like the little process I'm doing, but with the Patreon, I can give you one-on-one lessons on how to use Blender, how to do like all the part building, all that, like exactly little by little, step by step, exactly what I'm placing, what I'm doing.
Yeah, I would honestly, a lot of people say, hey, what's up, Frank? How you doing, Frank? A lot of people, I would recommend the Patreon to a lot of people because I have 4 years of building. You don't want to end up like me, bro. Lovren and Vortex have only been building for like a quarter of the time I have. I was just like wasting time and not like building correctly. So I would recommend using it. Hey Frank, how's your day going?
Yo, what's up, everyone?
Yodi
Hey,
Leo,
Frank.
Leo, bro.
Your Vortex.
Yeah.
Have you ever like made a like leaves and shit? Like your own
Leaves?
like, leaf textures? Yeah. Like how
Leaf
you like project
textures.
onto Yeah.
Yeah, when I followed a Dat Boy Ellie tutorial one time.
Oh yeah.
Bro, that
You
boy
can draw
Ali is so
them in,
good.
yeah, you can draw your own leaves in Photopea, and then you like import it to Blender on top of a plane. And then through that plane you can like rotate it and curve it. You see how I'm like rotating and curving planes right now?
Yeah.
It's the exact same way when you make your own leaf material and apply it, is you rotate and curve the plane. I'm just doing it, so I'm doing it with no material on it, so I can import it to Studio, and then that creates my own basically leaves, because you import it to Studio and then I add my own, not my own, but I add the Roblox material on it. It's like
Yeah.
it's a style thing.
Yo, so wait, what do you guys have on the Patreon? Sounds really nice.
Biggest thing is just one-on-one lessons.
Wait, so are you guys like all sharing the same Patreon, or you guys each all have your own, or what?
Yeah. It's all the same.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, I gave you 2 options.
Yeah, we're all sharing it when come on, bro.
Type stuff.
But yeah, once you're doing one-on-one, you can also choose who you wanna choose for your one-on-one lesson.
Yeah, that tutorial as well.
I'm a week into building, into learning how to build on Roblox. How would you advise I go about learning how to apply textures and proper lighting? So appropriate lighting is, I would usually just look at a reference and look at the lighting that they have. That's probably the easiest way to go about it. And then you kind of just like, you have to know what each value does. I'll learn what each value does, and then you kind of just manipulate the value based on your liking to match to the reference. Applying textures is, you just, I don't know, like, you got to think about what you're building. Are you building rocks? Okay, then you give it a slate texture. Are you building bricks? You give it a brick texture. Let me look at the builds. Let me see what you guys are cooking up. Wow, this is a nice tree. I seen him stream. Bro, it's Substance Painter, bro. Are you guys serious? Come on now. How do you scale on the skin modifier, right?
How do you scale? Control.
Control A. Use the skin modifier for trees. Wait, did you use skin modifier for yours?
I did.
Okay, bet.
Now you have to be careful. Adding too many will increase. Every time you add one, that's a new vertex. That increases
Yeah.
the triangle count.
I would just recommend having your try count on at all times. Okay, Frank, your time's over, bro. Please
All right,
fix
guys,
your voice
everyone,
changer.
don't forget to buy the Patreon.
Oh my gosh.
All right, see you guys.
That's a good plug right
Thank
there.
you. No, shout out Frank, bro. I'm gonna let up. Okay, I'm gonna let up Y. If he doesn't have a question, I'm just gonna kick him off.
Yo,
Mr.
yo,
K,
yo.
guys, but I'm gonna also import one that I made right before
Everyone's
this.
silent. It's the big vortex. I got a question for vortex.
Yep.
What's your percent in net throws?
Can't say.
Let's
I'm not
keep
gonna,
the
I'm not
let's
gonna, I'm
keep
not
the
gonna answer
chat.
that one. Yes. It's a
Let's keep the
private
chat
one.
related to building.
All right. Back to studio. This is like a really Asian looking tree here. I'm also gonna
Guys,
import one.
if you are trying to learn, just remember it all starts with the first step. Day one or one day, my friends. Correct. Start today. Or more like buy the Patreon today, but you know. Okay, I'm doing too much with this plug shit. Are Asian people real? Yeah, they're pretty real, bro. Bro, why am I even reading these stupid questions, bro? Just practice Blender modeling and texturing. Not gonna lie. Yep. That's what I advise. But you have to be pretty dedicated, man, because it's pretty hard. Building don't matter. Learn to create the assets you will build with first. Correct. Which is why I recommend Blender. Wait, no, building does matter. Composition does matter. All right, I'm gonna let one person up. Here we go.
Hello, I'm new here. I had a question about building. Well, first off, hello Vortex, long time no see. I also plan on buying the Patreon a little later, so I'll probably ask more questions later. So I'm semi new to building, and I've been having issues with placement of like buildings and like I think you guys called it composition. I have no clue honestly what I'm doing in the terms of that. Do you guys have any like ideas that'll like help me
Yeah.
place buildings better?
Are you looking at my screen?
Yeah.
Or for our buildings or like trees?
Well, like buildings.
Oh, buildings. If you turn on your screen, I'm sure
Uh
Rixel can like specifically see what like building you're talking about. Because
uh
buildings,
I
it literally just depends like how you like. Are you talking about for a town or for a city? It's like very
it's for
vague what
like
you mean by buildings.
I apologize for the vagueness. I'm unable to turn on my screen, but I did send an image inside of general chat.
Oh, okay.
It's for a
Um,
town. It's just a replication.
I can barely see it. Let me see. How do you make map look good? I'm not letting fairy tale seems redundant and doesn't feel unique.
Like I
When
kind
you
of just had
have
to place.
when you have grid layout type of when you have a grid layout type of city, it's very hard to make it feel alive. You'll see like games like Devil Hunter when they have a grid layout city, all their buildings really look the same, but they're placed in a way so close together where you know they have the streets and then they have the city. When you have this big open grid layout like you have here, and buildings that look like they have gaps in between or don't they're not the same size. They're like they look about different size. I can't really see from the ground level, but just from above, it looks like your grid layout is just way too open. If you're doing a grid layout type of city, it's best to keep it super dense instead of open. If you're not, then keep your layout more what's the word I'm looking for? Abstract instead of a more square. But are you trying to be like completely lore accurate to your thing is where you can't make it any like different than that specific grid or layout or what?
I was looking at the references for Ken and Magnolia, and I am trying to be as lore accurate as possible. The issues I'm just facing is that even in the references, there's not really like any like set layout for how the buildings are like set up. It kind of just like mashed together. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why that was created in the art style. But it's neither here nor there. I'm just
Can you send
having
it?
issues. Yeah, the references I got you. Give me a sec.
And can you send a photo of like your ground level, what you're looking at from the
Oh
ground?
yeah,
Build?
yeah, that I can do actually.
No, we will not use Substance Painter in this lesson. Somebody record this lesson. Who's that guy who said he would record the lesson?
That is the Magnolia.
Mobile Ice, I
and,
think, said it. Yeah. Are you can you are you recording it? You're recording it, Cindercat? Alright. Thank you.
I'm gonna just like catch myself in like the middle and like just take a picture.
Alright. For trees, composition wise, honestly, I have this thing where I kind of put trees in the sunlight. Like maybe I'll make trees bigger, like if they're like in direct sunlight. That personally works out for me. So like let's say like a tree's like really close to the sun, it would be like bigger than all the other trees. That's kind of what I like
Well, I
doing.
got a ping.
It's not a right way, but it's a way that works.
Oh, I apologize for the way I sound. I low-key have breathing issues. I was born with them. Full. Vortex, I sent the images inside of general.
Okay.
Guys, we're here to build, guys. What are you doing? This guy's got no manner of
Definitely
fact.
see
I'm
your city.
disappointed in all of you.
Your city compared to this one is way open. Like if you were building, I mean, I don't know if you're trying to copy the reference exactly, but you can copy the
I'm not
reference
gonna lie.
exactly.
I'm
and it
actually
would be
trying to
better.
copy the references exactly, but I've been having issues.
Well, yeah, your sizing is like definitely off to where like you have this massive open, ramp, this massive open staircase that doesn't really make sense. And is that the castle? Like, is that your castle? Because in the reference, the castle is way bigger.
I was given. I'm gonna be honest. I said this in an earlier message. I was given these by a builder friend. But then I saw some other people using
yo.
it, so I think he just gave me open source shit and then just
I'm back.
kind of left me. That's why I'm trying to rebuild it myself.
Yeah, I'd say you definitely need a new castle, and you don't have any really shop stalls or more like lively assets that you're using in your town that you should be using. So your pathway is like super flat, and then the material you're using for the houses doesn't really. I can't really see for the ground. Mostly, but I don't really see. Man, it's super hard to see, but the ground just looks like super tiled. I don't know if that's how you want it.
It was supposed to be pavement, but I low key didn't. I can't really find any like references unless I watch the video of them like straight down onto the ground, like just
What I
looking at
find
the.
works best for like paved ground is you kind of really to stop it from being super flat and tiled in your city, really decrease the size of the pathway you have, and then add 3D bricks to the ground. Now they have to be optimized. You can't just spam like 1 million triangle bricks all over your ground, but making like a blender clump of bricks that are kind of like flat but also like a little displaced that you can put on your ground, like just bricks, and having like one little strip of them as one singular mesh, that so in total you may only have like 100 meshes spread across your whole city of just brick clumps on the ground that are less than 400 size. It will make your ground look a lot better. Using textures for your brick, when you're like actually looking at it from above, like from where the ground level, it's still going to be flat using a material. That's why personally I would do 3D and make it as optimized as possible. So don't use like a lot of meshes. Use like make one singular brick mesh that's like a strip. Open source assets used. He asked if we'll open source assets used here.
In this build,
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's up to you, honestly. I feel like this map we could probably like open source it too.
Does that kind of answer your question?
Yes. Yeah.
You kind of see what you need to do. You really need to decrease the size of the
Yeah.
pathways.
Yeah. I need to like. Yeah. Also another thing. Are there like out of curiosity, because I'm definitely gonna buy the Patreon package whenever I get paid. What are some stuff you guys go over, if you don't mind me asking?
In the
Pretty much
lessons.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything you want.
Yeah, if you, it's literally up to you. Like it, we don't like give a lesson and say this is what it's about. It's all about you. You tell us what you want to learn, and we build it.
Well, I will
Or, I
let you
mean,
know
we teach you.
if you literally look at the stuff that me and Lauren are building, and you ask something about like how to make Rel C style things, there's only so much expertise that we have in that type of
Yeah.
field. Now, not saying that I've never done anything stylized at all, but like just look at the things that we build the most and base your ass around that. With your city, Sato, that's definitely in a realm of something I can handle. But like
Okay.
just keep in mind what you're asking for, what you're looking for. Your stylized map, like
Oh.
if somebody were to come in and ask like, how do I make Rel C style trees? I can tell you how it's done, like how they do it. They have their own leaf materials. I can't like actually make. I'm not like an artist. I can't hand paint my own rocks like that, or draw my own leaves like how they do. Me and Lauren and Rizal can like explain like how it's done,
Mhm.
and then
I
Actually,
can
I
explain
have
everything
another question
material
just
wise.
arise because I'm currently also map building while I was talking to you guys. I'm trying to make it a little bit more compact, like how you said. Would that mean that I like so? As you can see inside the top view of the image, there's like a large like clump. Should I just like bring that all in and then like copy and paste more buildings on the outside? Because I feel like that would kill optimization.
well, careful how you copy and paste the buildings. I mean, with that city, you really can only really make your own things. You have to make more like town-esque props, like your lampposts, like your benches, like your fences for grass patches in the city, more bushes, more ferns, like more foliage. You really have to make more assets than you already have in there because it's super empty.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, I think we're gonna try to bring up a new person now, so I might have to kick you. Sorry, but thank you for the questions.
All right.
All right,
Someone
have a
move
good
me
day,
down.
man. So let me see. Rick, how long did it take you to learn the basics for Blender? It took me around like half a week to a week. I mean, really, you just gotta understand what all the tools do, and then you gotta look at references, and then you gotta decide what tools you want to use to make that.
Yeah, he's 100% right. That's exactly how I learned it, how he learned it. Like, we have the same answer because that's literally just the best way to learn it for Roblox specifically is
Yeah,
learn the tools that
it's
you need, find out what you want to use.
we kind of learning these softwares. You kind of want to have like that kind of formula type thinking because it really just helps you and lets you be like your own thinker, and you don't have to search up a tutorial like, oh, how to build a. Let's say you want to build a chair. How to build a chair? Like, you would already know how to build a chair if you know like what tools to use to make that chair. That way, you're not so tutorial reliant. This is my other question. Okay, let's see. Do y'all only do map related builds? Did you guys know how to do? I know how to do weapons and accessories. Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing with the formula thinking. Now, I'm not like I'm not like a modeler who does weapon and accessory commissions, but once you know the basic tools, things like you can make those, fairly easy. Now, whether you're like a guy who does it every single day and does commissions off of it, that's a whole different story. But if you learn the tools, you'll be able to make anything you want. And then the more time you spend making those things, the better you'll get at them and the more professional you'll become.
I want to warn you guys. Not warn you, but when coloring, I would say you guys should reference probably like the color wheel. This is like for not beginners, by the way. This is for like intermediate or experts. I don't know if there's any experts in here, but something that I like to do is there's something called the color wheel. I'm gonna just explain as simple as possible and how you can use it and how you can use it. The color wheel would just basically have like, well, it's literally what it is, a wheel of colors. And you look at the colors on the opposite side of the color wheel. Those colors are called complementary, and it means that those colors go good together. And I use those to color my grass, rocks, bricks, and also for lighting too. So like if I have like let's say if I have like a bright orange lighting, I'll make my shadows blue to make it complementary. It's also how it works in real life too. If you ever notice, there's blue shadows when you have red light outside. But yeah, this is for experts. I mean, if you're a beginner and you wanna use that, go ahead. But you're not really expected to use it. I just focus on working on getting better. But yeah, everything is inspired off of real life, guys. Like Blocky, obviously doesn't look realistic, but it has those elements in there. Yeah, you need to. So what you need to do is you need to press apply on the skin modifier, and then you just have to rotate it. It's called color theory. Chat, learn it. It's important for anything art related. Yeah, and building is a type of art, by the way. Some people say it's not. I'm just saying it's a type of art. It's 3D art. So yeah, also you also want to make sure like when coloring rocks differently, you want to make sure here. I'm gonna like do it in front of like where Vortex is building, I guess. You want to make sure it doesn't contrast that differently. You want to make sure it's like pretty similar to the rocks near it, so it doesn't stand out. Like you guys see how this just like stands out. It's like a sore thumb. Like something like this. So like kind of say this is pushing it. This is like sticking out. This range right here. This is a good range for if you want to go darker. This stands out too much. Just like this to this. That's kind of what your range is for coloring different rocks. The key is not too different, but not too similar. So you want to have it in that specific range. What increments? So I actually use 0.01. Some people don't like using it, but the reason why I like doing it is wait, Vortex, can you look where I'm kind of facing? You could do this. Wait, like you could basically just go like this. Wait, hold on. You don't have no Z fighting either. If it's the right increment. I don't know if you guys know that. It has to be 0.01. There's no Z fighting if you zoom in really carefully. It's because the texture is too pixelated to see the Z fighting for something so minuscule. So yeah, that's why I like using 0.01. It's going to be harder for architectural buildings, but it's just what I like using.
Personally use can't speak. I personally use 2. Literally no reason. I don't care what my thing is at, because I always just use remove Z fighting plugin. Link was in the video. I went over that in my videos. I got a little plugin. It's not my plugin, but it's out there.
I prefer PBR textures personally. PBR textures do look better most of the time, but terrain is just more optimized because of the tools that Roblox has, like batching, and it also has occlusion culling for terrain now. If you guys didn't know that. Oh, also, my bad. Also, y'all got an optimization tutorial? Yeah, I'll make one. I'll definitely make one. If your memory is high, it's most likely because you have a lot of decals. I would say look for that first. Occlusion culling is basically if you can't see it, it doesn't exist. I don't know. That's like, no, yeah, it has been a thing for a while, but only for parts, not for meshes or terrain. So yeah, now they have it for terrain.
I would say for your trees, when you have part-based trees and you have like a lot of parts in them, it's best to if you can export it and re-import it as a mesh, so all your blocky leaves are just one singular mesh. That's what I did.
Yeah, if you guys want color correction, just like put into 2 parts. If you guys like want like different color for your leaves. For Roblox rocks, when you make them assets, make sure to use different coloring. It's like the easiest way to have a lot of coloring in your map. It's kind of crazy. If you just like kind of just copy paste this, it already has like its set color, so you can kind of just bam place. Oh damn it! Just place it here. Bam.
That's
That's
tough.
pretty cool. You can also use this like let's say if you have like a wall and
Yeah,
like okay like the players can't climb up this wall. You use this as like a guide to get up there. It's really nice.
Here,
Let's see who.
you
Looks
can
like
make
who?
3D grass in Blender.
Oh yeah, that's
That you could
true.
place on builds, and it looks really good. Now you can also just make part grass. I personally like making 3D grass because it's like a style thing. So if you have like an all part map, then obviously make your part grass. But with a map like this where we have like mesh leaves and stuff, I feel like 3D grass would maybe work a little better.
I don't think the platform is ready for this yet, but you can also use like terrain. Like terrain has, you guys know, like when you place down grass, like terrain grass, it has like these little grass blades. You guys can also use that, but it's a little unoptimized, so I would only use it for smaller maps, not like open world.
If you press Control Shift F2, that brings up this menu, the most important thing that you want to look at is your draw count.
All right. So a draw call basically is when your CPU sends a message to your GPU to render something. Basically, the reason why this is so important is because a lot of the optimization that you kind of want to be looking for is your GPU and CPU usage. If you have a lot of draw calls, your CPU is going to be sending your GPU a lot of messages. So it's going to be pretty heavy on your CPU. That's why you want to keep the draw call low. Also, make sure you're looking at scene too. Scene is more important than total. Any questions
Um,
about draw call? Because it's probably a little confusing.
Your shadows are also important. A thing I like to do is I like to take like my part grass that's on the ground. Usually I can just select it with part picker. So I
Yeah,
take my part grass is on the ground, and then I just turn cast shadow off. It doesn't
you can
have
also
any effect really at all. And
also if
it
all your
increases
grass is like really thin, you can also put no collide on it to make sure it doesn't have a hitbox or a render. That's only if it's thin. If your grass is like thick, don't do it.
I do the same thing with my sand here because it's basically just like the grass. It's on the ground. It doesn't have really any effect when I turn it on or off, but it does increase the performance.
Yo, I'm probably gonna get out soon too. Tired as fuck already.
Does anyone have like any final questions? We're gonna open source this map. The thing you can do with your lighting, a lot of people may not know this, but you go to rain, click the plus, you can add clouds to your map.
Yeah,
Just like this.
clouds are really good. I would recommend using.
Yeah. Cover, density. So you could have like a full density, full cover. That's what it looks like. Or you could have really less density, but full cover. And this is what it looks like. So you can have more like foggy. Your atmosphere also has a density, so it could be like this. And then you also have offset, so lower your offset. Then you can't see, but you can increase the offset, and then you can see further. You still have all this mist, but you can see further. Keep around there. Your color. You can play with that. Oh snap. Oh, this one's nice. A little fog. And then there you go. Okay, he added like a autumn sky. You can find a lot of good skyboxes in Toolbox to use. See, this is the exact autumn sky that we're using here. It's literally just in Toolbox autumn sky. And then he's messing with the atmosphere color and decay right now. So the decay will be like, that's that. The color, okay, the color is like this right there.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty much all for the free lesson today, guys. We're gonna continue to really step up our game, guys. We're gonna really try to get more lessons out. We're gonna plan every single day. All right. So from now on out, prepared for more society updates, guys.
All right.
What else?
Nah, that's it.
Yeah.
All right, lesson over,
Well,
guys.
all right. See you guys later.